Okay, welcome back. Let's see, I think I left off at day 3 of Dephemerember. Yeah, let's see, check this out. Day 3, and it is the 9th, so I should have 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 done. I realized very quickly at prompt 4 that they got very fancy pretty quick, and they did way more than I was expecting. Like, they got prolific, and I was like, there's no way I could do both of their videos and mine. And so I kind of freaked out and then was like, okay, I guess I'm just not gonna do it. But I was like, no, this is the first time you've actually started doing some crafting, so I guess what I'm gonna do is just at my own pace. It's gonna be Dephemerember in January, February, maybe even March. But I did have fun with the tickets, so I'll show you. This is Louisa's had Christmas dangles hanging from her tickets. I do not have Christmas ones, so I just used what I had. And she had these cute little reindeer, and I just had birds. And here's one. I can't tell if this is in frame. I noticed, sorry about the last time, they weren't in frame. So here's one. Here's another one. Oops. And she just had beads and different kinds of things, and so that's what I'm doing here. And I had to make that bird thinner, and I had to cut the legs off this deer. So hers were super cute but very intricate, so that took me a while. Oh, here's another one. And I somehow ended up with 2 more than she did, and I'm not sure how that happened. So then I went to 49 Dragonflies, and she had a basic ticket, which this is what I had a destination stamp that kind of looked similar to a ticket thing. And then I guess I made 2 bigger ones, and she had 2 smaller ones and a big one from watercolor paper. So here's my version of hers. I think the only really big difference, because I had all her stamps, were the words, and I have a compass. I didn't have a area stamp or place stamp. I think she had Berlin. And then this is my big ticket that I copied from hers. And she had her urban elements were like pipes and gears, which I don't have, and I didn't even have pictures of it. So I just put buildings and what I could find, and this is my version of that. So that was prompt number 4. My gold was around the edges of this one. And then here's my version. I actually did this real quick because I have a fun stamp that looks like a ticket. But then the next day I was like, you know, you can do better. And I tried to put some gold. I forgot to put the gold on there, and that looked terrible. So that's going to be like collage fodder. But then I got the idea of, why don't I make a ticket roll? And this paper too, is from the Christmas wrap, where, you know, there's no longer a roll, or at least at the Dollar Tree version. When you get to the end of the paper, you have this like craft paper, and so I used that. And then I made various watercolored on paper and cut them out into this shape, and just did all different versions. Did it rainbow like Roy G. Biv, and did it abstract and solid and all that. So, and then I sewed in between each one, as 49 Dragonflies recommended, so they could tear off easier. So that was my button one. I mean my ticket, I'm sorry. And then we went to coffee and button card. And this is Louisa Heinzel's version, my version of Louisa Heinzel's. I still don't have stamps, so I use the stickers. And I'm pretty much running out of those. And yeah, so that's my version of hers. And then here's my version of 49 Dragonflies. I had to stop that video and go watch her embellishments because she had an embellishment video that she used pre-made embellishments from. So I made some embellishments and buttons. I really had fun with this, which is why it took me a little longer than normal. And then this is my version of her other one, her cover page or whatever you want to call it. So then here's my version of the buttons. I kind of just went crazy. I couldn't stop. I really had a fun time with this. So this butterfly can be 3D if you want it. And then I sewed it and gave it embroidery thread antennae too. This I added at the last minute. This, because he's a little fat, I originally had it like this. And it wasn't going to stay closed. I didn't know. So I sewed a button. And then I was like, I can just put this tab underneath. But then I was like, it might not stay because it's looking like it wasn't. So I added eyelet and some ribbon and another button. And then I put another button on the back. So it wouldn't go through. Anyway, so this is just a file folder, like I said, and a streamer and stamps. And then I watercolored these and ripped them. And then here is a journaling place that I made with watercolors. And then I made jumbo buttons and put pictures on there and some ribbon. I originally had buttons written on the bottom and I didn't like that. So, and this is streamers in the background. And this is all coffee dyed. Another journaling place, and I hand stitched these on. And then here's the other jumbo buttons, and I hand stitched this, and it opens down with 2 more journaling areas. So when I put this button on, obviously the black was ugly, so I just cut up some leftover file folder scraps and stamped it and coffee dyed it, and so there's that. So I did go a little extra, but I really like how this turned out. And so buttons, the buttons and coffee, button card and coffee prompt was 5, and I'm 4 days behind. So yeah, like I said, it'll probably be Dephemerember in February and March too. Alright, I might see you tomorrow, might not. Have a great day.